do. And so I don't have to do what I'm saying to you is stay on your journey of what you believe in. And so I went through a lot of criticism and people were judging me and people were talking about me. And I'm like, okay. And they would team up on me. When we would go to social gatherings, people would team up on me. And it made them feel good. It made them feel happy. But I said, okay. And I would just look at them. And sometimes I wouldn't say anything. And these people thought that I was afraid. I wasn't afraid. I was looking at them like they were crazy. You must be crazy. You lost your mind. But that's how I felt. I'm not even going to let myself even put myself there. And even if I did get mad, I never showed it. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to trip on this. I have something I have to do. Now, what you have to ask yourself, when you're going through situations, but you're staying in your belief system and you're staying on your journey and you're staying in a place of being intentional, what does that mean? What does that mean for you? And where do you see yourself a year or two down the road? Where are you at? You turn around and you look and say, where am I now? And where is that group of people? Where are those people? Are they doing the same thing in life? Have they gotten any further in life, or have they regressed in life? Am I doing better in life? Have I regressed in life, or have I gotten further in life? Okay, so let's move a little bit more to what happened to me. Some of those same people have seriously regressed in life, and some of those same people, they're in a different place, but a worse place. And what happened to Debbie? Debbie's a life coach. Debbie's a health coach. Debbie has her own brand in CBD, government contractor. Yes, I said it. I don't say it all the time. I'm a government contractor. Yes, I am. Approved. Department of Defense, Department of Transportation. Where's Debbie at? Debbie is working. Debbie is building a brand. Debbie stayed intentional. Debbie's doing Debbie. Debbie's doing her thing. That's what Debbie's doing. Debbie's being productive. Debbie's doing what productive people do. You keep working. You keep developing your craft. That's what Debbie's doing. Debbie's gotten into PPE, personal protective equipment, hospital supplies, all kind of things. Oh, yes, working with universities, hospitals, putting yourself in a position where you can do these things. Where you can continue to expand your brand, where you can continue to do what you need to do. And trust and believe me, the plan will continue to expand if you just assert yourself. There's a lot more that I do, okay? Building a technology company. I do 50 million things in a day, but I feel good about the 50 million things. And guess what? I'm training and teaching others to do what I do. So then the gift is not just yours, it's also the gift is the gift that keeps on giving, because you sat there, you held your head down and did the work, and you continue to be a sponge. You can continue to learn, and you continue to teach yourself, and you continue to knock on the big door, and that's part of the process. And I still make time to come and talk to you. If I miss you 1 week, all right. Miss you the second week, I'm coming. Third week, never that. Because I'm working on something. You understand what I'm saying? But when I get to you, it's going to be good. So let's keep going. You got to be optimistic. Sometimes what we think might not always be the reality of what we interpret. So you stop judging people. You stop making these wrongful interpretations. Take your time from a standpoint of growth and wisdom and learn to get to know people. That's what you do. Stop criticizing people. Stop getting in groups of people and having that bully, that bully, that I want to be a bully and I want to be in a group of bullies. Stop doing that. Because you're hurt. You think you're hurting that person, but that person is going to rise. That's the way it always works. They rise. And then that person looks back at you, but you're not mad at the person looking back. You're not mad at those people because you don't have time to be mad. Because if you're angry and you're mad, guess what? It hurts you because it stops your productivity. So you just keep on going. And eventually in time, when those people see you, that bully mentality, they don't even know what to do. They start to swallow it. because they don't know what, and you never had to argue with them. Sometimes people will make you argue with them and you step outside of yourself. But as soon as you step outside, you get right outside of who you really are, you pull yourself together and you regroup. You regroup and you say, I cancel that. Because whatever you speak, it comes into existence. So if you speak bad about people, you're speaking it into existence about yourself. And we're going to talk about that in this the spirit and soul detox. See, when you talk bad about people, and it says it, and I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to show you all the places it is about what this means. So whatever you put out there in the universe, it comes back to you. So you can't go around bullying people mentally, physically, trying to just destroy people just because you don't like the way they look or the way they talk or the way they stand or where they came from. You understand what I'm saying? That's prejudice. And you don't have to, just because a person is the same color as you or the same race as you doesn't mean that you're not prejudiced. You are prejudiced. And guess what's happening? That interpreting and judging is a prejudice. And guess what else? You're destroying yourself because you can't circle back to those people easily that you have mistreated. And when they're on the other side of success and you're falling down or you're nowhere at all, and then how do you look at them and how do you talk to them later? So you be careful about how you treat people in life. Okay? That's very important. You be careful. You know what they say? You don't burn your bridges. You don't burn your bridges in life. What you do is you build bridges in life. Identify an empowering interpretation and repeat it every day of your life. Something that is empowering. You say to yourself, I'm not going to judge this person unless I know for sure. That's even saying I'm not going to judge this person because I don't have the right to judge. You got to look at you. Then you start to reflect. You start using reflections in your life. Where did I come from? What have I accomplished in my life? And where did I start at before I start interpreting and judging another person? What are you doing? What am I doing in my life? I shouldn't be judging. I should be judging me. I should be working on me, myself, and I should be setting an example for my children and their children and my family. What have I changed about my life? Something positive. And have I impressed something positive upon others? What have I stuck to in life, which has become a staple of positivity and commitment? What stirs and moves my soul, your soul? What moves you? What is it positive stuff or negative stuff? What has lifted me up? What has lifted? Who lifted you up? Who has lifted you up? Stay connected. Stay connected to these things. Again, reflection. Where did I come from? What have I accomplished in my life? Let me reflect. If it's not enough, then you're going to do more. What am I doing in life? If it's not right, you're going to change it. Where have I changed? What have I changed in my life? What exactly have I changed? Do I need to do more? Of course you do. As sure as you're living and breathing, we all need to do more. Something positive. What are the positive things that I've impressed upon other people? Let me grab my children and their children and impress some positive actions and some actionable steps so that I can change where my family is going. I can create a legacy. What have I stuck to in life that has become a staple and is positive and I'm committed to it and is now a tradition in my family? What have I done? What stirs and moves people? Have I done things that stir and move people, and those people want to be around me because they're like-minded? Is that what's happening? Because if you're always around people that are beating you up, then you're not around the right people. You got to find the type of people that you can move with. That's what you do. And what you do is you look at people and you stay around positive people. What in my life has lifted me up? Did I read a book and it changed my mindset? Let me go get some more of those books. Did I watch something? Did I hear something? And it became something that lifted me up. Let me listen more. Let me watch more. And who's lifted you up? And thank them. And say, you know what? You really did some impressive things in my life. It's something that you said to me. And I really want to thank you. And and mentally, you're going to stay connected. Even if you don't call them but once a month. You stay connected. Even if you don't do anything but drop a note in the mail and say, hey, I just want to let you know I'm thinking about you and the positive reinforcement that you've given me. This is what you do when you want to start changing things in your life. And keep repeating this because it grounds you. And this is your transformation and your becoming. I tell people about the becoming, your becoming, who you're meant to be. Then next thing you're going to do is you're going to practice spiritual detox. And we'll get to that later because it's going to be in 2 episodes from now. Be clear about the power of purpose and identify your personal purpose. What do you hold close to your vest regarding your purpose of who you are and what you stand for? Those are your intentions. What you believe in, your goals. What do you inspire to do, to be, to accomplish? Again, what and who do you inspire to do? Who do you and what do you inspire to be? And what do you inspire to accomplish in your life? Becoming intentional. What do you hold dear in this life? And how will this establish your legacy? How? That's what you think. Think backwards. And I don't mean being backwards, a backwards person. A lot of times when I want to do something, I think backwards. And a lot of people will never understand what I mean about I think backwards, but one day I'll explain it. But I do think backwards. And then not in a negative way. Okay? Identify your spiritual pollutants. Okay? Is money polluting your life? Are you indulging in self-indulgence too much? Are you indulging in too much sex? Are you indulging in too much power? Are you argumental? Do you practice individualism, me, myself, and I? Me. Okay, it's always about you. Do you overindulge in selfishness? These negative behaviors, are they ruining your life? This is time for true reflection and honesty because it's just you in your mindset right now. No one else there you need to impress upon. There's no one else sitting around you. If you listen to me, that you need to impress. You need to ask yourself again, spiritual pollutants. And we're going to get into this and it's more about spiritual pollutants and all those things. But that's going to be in episode 3 of this series. Money, self-indulgence, sex, power, arguing, individualism. Okay? Selfishness. What is ruining your life? What are you overindulging in that is negative, ruining your life? So that's part of your spiritual toxins. Okay? And some of it might look like this. Okay? Your whole day is encompassed. Let's say, for instance, let's just break something down. And this is real important too. Okay? So say, for instance, your whole day is encompassed by being on social media. You're looking for anything and everything negative, and you tell yourself, I'm looking for the T. Next thing you know, your children are out of control. And because you as a parent, you're out of control. You haven't established anything positive to do. You're yelling at them, go over there and do your homework. Can't you see me on my phone? Yeah, they see you on your phone, all right. And that's all they see. You can't give them any positive direction. Only thing, your whole life is centered around the phone. And we have a lot of these. People have a lot of these in their families. And they know who we're talking about. You're losing everything meaningful in life and gaining a pit of nothingness of what you have because you become negative. You're moving into nothingness because you're surviving and thriving off of confusion. Let me get the tea. Let me see what's going on social media. Let me see what's going on this series. Girl, did you see this one? Tell this one off. Did you see this one? They get caught in a bunch of lies or this. And that's all that you have to talk about. Sometimes you must leave these people where they are. Them type of people, you got to leave them where they are until they learn that this is not life. This is just